Batman and Robin have a mother of a time on this tribute to the one and done unsung villain, Ma Parker.
The greatest mother of them all.
Kurt Money here, alongside my co-host, Mrs. Columbo. She's on the mend, but anyway, today on the Mind Grapes is the season 2 appearance of Shelley Winters on Batman, beloved by me, but kinda hated by the cast. This is Cave Waves, episode breakdown edition. My first go-around with the Batman TV show continues, and I'm just now getting into Season 2. Now, Adam West warned me, Season 2 is not as good as it should have been. And while there are some duds in the bunch, The Archer and the Minstrel, looking at you, I think I might have just watched my favorite episode so far, and that is episodes 10 and 11 about Ma Parker, played by the absolute legend, Shelley Winters. I first knew Shelley Winters on Roseanne. She was cracking me up then.
So that makes your baby nothing to me.
I had such a blast with these episodes, and it looks like the cast did too, or at least the writers did, because there's all sorts of fun mother stuff in here.
How, gentlemen, how has this Ma Parker remained at large?
She's crafty, Batman, she's clever. But most of all, she's motherly.
But I was shocked to learn this is her only appearance. But then I looked at some of the behind-the-scenes info, and turns out that nobody backstage was having fun on this one. And look, I'll talk about that. But first, I want to talk about the good stuff. The beat-by-beat Bat Breakdown begins now. Part 1 opens up on what the voiceover tells us is one of the most important events in Gotham City. And that is the handing out of the Mother of the Year award. But if it is so important, they need to do a better background check on the entry list, because Ma Parker ends up winning.
I'll be happy to say a few words.
Stick 'em up!
And she introduces her 3 boys to us, and begrudgingly her 1 daughter, that she is not a fan of.
Oh yeah, my 4th child, a girl, legs.
Cut to Commissioner Gordon and Chief O'Hara doing their usual dance of convincing themselves that the only option on the table is to call Batman and have him handle it. I mean, at least Gordon knows the score. He's very aware of why Ma Parker hasn't hit Gotham City yet. But I love how Chief O'Hara is ready to take all the credit.
We've got the finest law enforcement organization there is.
Chief O'Hara, let's give credit where credit is due, shall we?
I just did.
They call up Wayne Manor, where Dick Grayson is busy learning Greek. And this won't be the only time they have some fun wordplay-wise with Greek.
Gosh, Bruce, Greek is still Greek to me.
It's Greek to a lot of Greeks, too.
Batman and Robin get the scoop from the commissioner of just what they're up against. And while that's going down, they get a call that the police now have Ma Parker's secret hideout surrounded. So naturally, Batman and Robin are off to get her, but not without first dropping one of many great lines about this old mama they're dealing with.
Let's help a little old lady across the street and into the penitentiary.
Then we're at the hideout, and you know, for one, we got the Dutch angles, or crooked angles, because it was when they're showing the crooked bad guys. But anyway, I loved it. Like, this is essentially a log cabin, but they've still got the purple and the green and the pink lights in the background. I love this set design. A shootout begins between the cops and Ma Parker, and this is the first time we learn that while Ma Parker is no doubt super evil, she is also world-renowned for being a terrible shot.
We haven't got a chance. We have if we stand in the direct line of fire. Ma Parker and her boys are known as the worst shots in the country. Maybe.
This is funny as hell. And also, I feel like it's intentional on the writer's part, because we have so few villains that use guns, and this show doesn't really kill characters a bunch. It lets Ma Parker go hog wild on the ammunition, because we know she's never going to hit a target. It reminds me of that Community. It's like the G.I. Joe episode, and it talks about how on G.I. Joe they never ever hit people, and that was intentional apparently, because once they kill somebody, everybody in their Cobra's like, what?
How did G.I. Joe do this? We've been shooting at each other and missing for 20 years.
So while it's going back and forth between the cops and Ma Parker, Batman and Robin get wise, and they go, you know what? We're sneaking in. We're going up on the roof. And Batman has some line about, like, you win wars on your stomach or something.
They say an army travels on its stomach.
They think they're smooth, but they're not really, because Ma Parker can see them doing it. And she's, like, narrating as they're going through the window, and then all of a sudden, boom, they drop in through the ceiling. Then it's time for our first fight. We're seeing, like, you know, like the boom, bang, pows. But this time, season 2, it's new. They have, like, a colored background behind him. And I love that. In the book, Adam West was talking about the whole point of putting the words up there, 1, because it felt comic booky, but 2, because it helped in the edit. Like, it was okay to have a jump cut if that was in between. And so if you put a color still behind it, you could cut to anything after that. So I love it. Editor high five right there. Of course, Batman and Robin win the fight, as they do, and it looks like they caught Ma Parker. Episode over, right?
No.
Even Batman is like kind of swayed by her momness. He's feeling bad for her. He's like tapping her on the shoulder.
I'm sure the law will deal with you mercifully, Ma.
Then the cops fall for her even more outside, which is exactly what Ma Parker wanted. She gets everybody feeling for her, and then she pulls like a gas bomb out of her hair. Boom. Explodes, and she escapes. They do catch one of the sons, though. This is when Batman should have been wise to Ma Parker's plans, because Pretty Boy Parker pretty much spills the beans right now and then.
Mark my word, I won't rest until Ma Parker and her brood are in Gotham State Penitentiary.
Neither will Ma, Batman.
She clearly wants them all to be in jail, but it's going to take Batman a few scenes to get to that. In the meantime, he's back at the Batcave. They're consulting the crime computer, helpfully labeled, of course, and it helps them decide what Ma Parker's next target is going to be. And I love that it's a movie theater because, one, I love movies, but also I love to hear Batman say this.
We're off to the movies.
Plus, they go to the movie theater, and what's playing but The Woman in Red, a.k.a. a Bab Stanley joint, a.k.a. Barbara Stanwyck, a woman I love dearly. And here's proof. Hang on. Here is just one of many framed pictures I have of her, because she friggin' rules. Boom. Bab Stanley. Anyway, The Woman in Red is from her earlier work. It's okay. I've only seen it in SD, though. It is one of many Bab Stanley flicks that have yet to reach Blu-ray. Which, I mean, come on. More please. When I saw it on that marquee, I straight up lost it. And I was off to the Goog to prove that this was the Woman in Red they were seeing. There was one later, but pre-1966, the only Woman in Red there was the Bab Stanley one. Love it.
I despise the whole lot of you. I'd rather associate with a bunch of stable boys. I'm going down to the courtroom now to help him because I was the girl in the red coat.
Now, of course, Ma Parker is able to dip out of there before the dynamic duo shows up. And notice, of course, one more Parker gang gets left behind, which we know at this point was very much on purpose, even if Batman does not. And then we get some classic mommy bits when they hijack the car. She's scolding one of them for not wearing a jacket and catching a cold in the theater because of the air conditioning. She loves her boys, okay? Ma Parker loves her boys, but them only, legs. Next is one of the few non-Ma Parker moments in the episode that I love, and that is when Batman and Robin are tearing through town, and they stop at a red light, good on them, and they're trying to figure out where they're going to go next. And Batman's like, they're probably going to go to the pharmacy, but hold up, I got to do this thing real quick. Batman uses the downtime to plug this initiative from the GCPD for people to lock their cars more.
You might place this sticker on your bumper.
I mean, one, give me that bumper sticker. I rock the hell out of that thing. And two, the guy takes it. He gets the request, but he does not get the message. Because dude leaves both windows down. Dummy. Yeah, I don't think locking it's going to do any good, bro. With that good deed done, they rush to the drugstore, break up another Ma Parker shooting gallery moment, of course, where she's missing everything. Then comes what I think is the strangest, the boy wonder is becoming a man scene so far in my watch of this show. And that is, they're talking about Legs Parker, the daughter that Ma Parker hates. And Robin is like, oh yeah, boy, her legs reminded me of Catwoman. And Batman is so proud, okay? He's like, you're growing up. You're really growing up, and does this thing really like, he does an eyes up here thing to Robin's chin.
Her legs sort of reminded me of Catwoman's.
You're growing up, Robin. Remember, in crime fighting, always keep your sights raised.
Look, I love this, and I called it weird in a short, and boy, did the comments come after me. Okay, ignore that I said the word weird. Let's just say it's funny, okay? Whatever the relationship is between Batman and Robin, I don't think they're blood. I mean, is he an uncle? Who knows? But it's just funny that Bruce is teaching him how to become a man, but also fighting crime next to him. I'm okay with all the other stuff he teaches Robin. But when it comes to, like, pointing out that Robin's hitting puberty, I'm kind of like, I don't know. I thought it was hilarious, okay? And the weird part is later when Catwoman shows up, but we don't reference it. More on that later. Back to the Batcave for another go-around with the crime computer. But guess what? This time, the crime computer doesn't solve it. Robin does. And finally, those Greek lessons pay off.
You're not only growing up, Robin, but you've just proved that the human brain is the best thinking machine ever devised.
Gosh, maybe those Greek lessons are helping after all.
How? I don't know. Nothing about this plan is Greek, but I suppose just the overall idea of having knowledge. I don't know, but look, it's another lesson for the kids to learn, so good on them. And now, thanks to Robin, they are off to the old folks' home because they figure that Ma Parker is hiding in plain sight. It's a pretty good idea, although the employee there is not convinced. They show her a picture of Ma Parker and they're like, well, it looks a whole like this Mrs. Smith lady, but no way that's her. She's too nice. And actually, it's just about time for her to be rolling down the hallway right about now. They go out there, and sure enough, they see Mrs. Smith, who is clearly Ma Parker, with legs looking super leggy over here. And then, boom, she flips the switch, and she is off towards Batman and Robin. And boom, she shoots straight into the wall. On purpose, we know, but Batman is not quite there yet, although he is starting to question it.
I can't help thinking that something's wrong.
But he's still not all the way sure, which is why he has no problem dropping off Ma Parker with the warden and then skipping out of there. At which point we learn Ma Parker's master plan. Get all the criminals in jail, be in charge of them, take over the jail, and then have like a criminal enterprise from the jail. Oh, and Batman's about to get blown up if he drives over 60 miles per hour.
One of your trustees is taking care of Batman right now.
Meanwhile, Batman and Robin are rushing out there. They see a guy literally under the hood of the Batmobile, but Batman pays that no mind. He just like takes the car compliment.
It does the job.
And then they're out of there. They speed off as Ma Parker and the gang are waiting to hear the explosion, and this is the cliffhanger to part 1.
Will the boy wonder be bombed? Will Batman be blown to bits?
When the next episode starts, it seems likely they're going to blow up because friggin' Robin is hungry, and he's sitting there going like, I wonder what Aunt Harriet has for us. Hey, Batman, can you press the pedal to the metal? Because I'm trying to get my grub on over here.
Hope Aunt Harriet has a good meal waiting. Let's go faster.
You know, the second Robin asks for him to go faster, we're in for another PSA, and Batman does not disappoint. He points out the speed sign is like, that's what cool people do.
You see that sign, Robin? Speed limit, 55 miles an hour. A good driver always observes the speed laws. It's the best way to stay out of trouble.
You're right.
Which is good because we don't want him to go over 60 miles an hour. But now Batman starts thinking, boy, that guy really wanted me to go fast when he was daring me to go 70 miles an hour or whatever. Uh-oh, let's pull over and see what's under the hood. So they do, and just in time, Batman pulls out some dynamite, throws it, and it explodes instantly. Now, yay, Batman and Robin are still alive, okay? And Ma Parker, they heard the explosion, plan worked, right?
No.
But here's my question. Wasn't the point it was like a timed bomb that would explode as soon as they reached 60 miles per hour? You know, speed style? So why did it blow up when they stopped and then Batman threw it? Wait, I know why. You know Batman's got an arm on him. Okay, he's throwing that sucker faster than 60 miles per hour. So you know what? Asked and answered. That's it.
Just as I thought, dynamite.
But Batman thinks something's up, so they go back to the warden, and I gotta give the warden credit here. One, he puts on a good face for Batman and Robin because he knows that he can't tell him what's really going on because Ma Parker's right there listening. And bravo, warden, for the quick thinking with the new slogan.
It's my theory that the family that dorms together reforms together.
Now that's catchy. Way catchier than lock your cars. So maybe get the warden on a rewrite on those bumper stickers. Not a bad idea. With a dynamic duo successfully fooled and out of their hair, Ma Parker gets her gang together. And by gang, I mean everybody in the prison, including, you'll notice, Catwoman. This is not a Catwoman episode. This is her one and only appearance in the episode. She's front and center, on board with this new boss, and wearing her complete get-up in prison, by the way. Loved this. She's got the cat makeup, the cat suit, the cat nails, the cat nail file. I guess, you know, hey, it's nice of the warden to let her wear her uniform. Or maybe, you know what? Maybe she wasn't allowed to wear that, and then as soon as Ma Parker took over, she was like, Catwoman, get in your gear. It's party time. And this was the weird part to me. Earlier, we hear Robin mention Catwoman out of the blue. And then Catwoman later is in the episode, but it's not attached to Robin. I mean, Batman and Robin aren't even in this scene. They do not interact at all. And so I'm thinking that's weird to introduce that, not pay it off. Like if Robin was in the scene checking her out or something, it all might have paid off. But it was weird that this was just a one and done scene with her. But then I look into the background, it makes total sense. According to Adam West, in his excellent DVD, Adam West Naked, because he bears all about the show, he says that Julie Newmar was on the lot for something else and they just asked her to pop in for 1 sec. That's pretty cool. So whatever confusion I had story-wise, like why wouldn't they connect the two references, I'm letting it slide. Because, look, I love that they asked her to hop in and she was happy to do it.
What about the Penguin and the Joker?
They're still in solitary.
They can just cool off there till they find out who's number one around here.
And Ma Parker and her gang break out so they can rob a money truck. And yet again, Batman and Robin are just a little slow showing up. And they would have caught him, though, but Ma Parker does something super smart. She takes some of that money, throws it in the air. She knows those Gotham Cityites are going to be all over that cash. And sure enough, they are. Batman's trying to get through, being all polite about it.
Citizens, please, let us through.
So they escape, but Batman does happen to grab hold of somebody's shirt and, like, pulls the sleeve and rips it off. And he's like, to the Batcave. Let's analyze this puppy. And yep, Batman was right, Batman says. That sleeve is from prison garb. These must be prisoners somehow, snuck out to do the robbery. So they give the warden one more call. And again, good on the warden here, because he finally spills the beans. He's like, hey, come help us, come help us. And I love that the gang trying to stop him sticks a bucket on his head. He's still on the phone, dudes. What are they going to do, like hit it with like a ladle or something so it rings in his ears? I don't know. The visual, though, of them popping a bucket on his head is so good. Now, Batman and Robin shoot over to the prison. And now what happens is my favorite cameo I've seen so far in all of Batman, and that is by Milton Berle as this guard who's actually a criminal, but doing Ma Parker's bidding. This is so funny how Batman talks him out of it. It says like, hey, just stick it out, dude. Your parole's right around the corner.
Only 48 more years before your parole.
I never thought of that. 48 more years, and I'm a free man.
A wise decision.
That's funny. And because it's a kid's show, of course they don't mention that 2 of the 3 dudes in this scene are world famous for their giant hogs. But look, that's why you come for the mind grapes. Berle and Bert, we're packing heat.
Good, honey.
They don't have much luck with the next guards, though, because they arrest him straight away and bring him handcuffed into the warden's office, now Ma Parker's office. And boy, Ma Parker is loving this because she's ready to fry him. Sticks him in an electric chair. I love this set, too. So good. You notice over the clock is a friggin' skull. I don't know if Ma Parker added that or is that's just like the gallows humor of the executioner. I love it. I was cracking up. But anyway, they're going to fry him, but they're waiting until midnight, see, because that's when the whole town will be asleep. And they won't notice this surge in power. Brilliant, right? They go off to do their thing, and they leave behind Legs to, like, supervise Batman and Robin. Big mistake, Ma Parker, because you know Batman's ready with some reverse psychology. Convinces her, hey, you better go catch up with him. Now with Legs out of there, Batman, he breaks free one of the cables and uses his friggin' utility belt and taps a Morse code in it to Alfred. Oh, wait, excuse me, not Morse code, Bat code.
Now, to send a message in Bat code.
I loved him sitting there going, dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Alfred, of course, is ready to jot it down. We don't hear what the message is yet, but we see Ma Parker come in ready to flip the switch. And of course, as she does it, fire explodes. Turns out that message to Alfred was, hey, Alfred, what's up? Please contact the power company and tell them to turn the power off right now. It friggin' worked. I mean, talk about a perfect plan. But you know what did not work? Ma Parker's usual escape of hair bomb throw. Because Batman's onto her by this point. During the ruckus, Batman was quick to doink, swipe it from her hair. They're arrested for real this time. Batman swiped and we got ourselves a happy ending.
It isn't easy to foil the greatest mother of them all.
Although we do see Legs sneak out here and they don't address it, which is kind of funny, right? So I guess Legs is free and clear. The next scene is the tag in the warden's office. Everything's back to normal. And I love this little gag they go out on because they get like a package that was addressed to the warden. And they think, of course, it's got to be a mom because she's such a friggin' crazy mom or whatever. And then Batman puts it all together and goes, oh, it's just a bouquet of roses because you know what? You know what today is? Mother's Day.
Do you know what day this is?
What day?
Mother's Day.
And so ends Ma Parker's one and only appearance on the Batman TV show. I mean, Milton Berle, he got to come back in season 3 as Louis the Lilac. But Ma Parker? Nah, son. Done so. She's in and out. And from what I can gather from the Adam West book and the DVD that he released, the cast and crew wasn't crazy about Shelley Winters, and Shelley Winters was not crazy about them. She wanted Ma Parker to be like tougher looking, and they weren't having it. She wanted this certain wig that they didn't let her use. And then also, I think on the last day of shooting, she slips in a puddle and twists her ankle. There are other stories out there about how she could be kind of prickly behind the scenes, but I'm cool with it. I mean, she's a friggin' legend. I love her. And you know what? If she didn't have fun as Ma Parker, one, she wasn't sweating it because she had just won an Oscar earlier in the year, okay? She's a 2-time Oscar winner at this point. Also, 5 years later in 71, she gets to play Ma Barker, the original inspiration for the Ma Parker character. She's in a Roger Corman movie called Bloody Mama, which is very much an exploitation flick. Bloody Mama's a decent flick, and it's got some Mind Grapes heavy hitters in the cast. But this was not kids' fare, okay? This Ma Parker connected. She had no issues with the aiming.
I'm not a barker! You betcha sweet ass you ain't.
Winters is so good at a flip out, and she does it a bunch. I just watched in a movie called Whoever Slew Auntie Roo, a hilarious movie, also from 71, where like she had a young daughter die. She keeps her bones in like a little baby coffin and sings to it every night. We see that skeleton with the hair and the gown and stuff. And boy, is she flipping when she gets found out. Later, she gets burned alive. Anyway, fun time there. So that's going to do it for this beat-by-beat Bat breakdown. Let me know if you're feeling these episode breakdowns. I could do it again. I'm excited to see all the other villains I'm not familiar with. You know, when I said Mad Hatter was terrible because he is...
What are you doing with my hat?
some people were like, oh yeah, but what about Egghead? He sucks. And now look, I haven't experienced Egghead yet, but I do know that Egghead is played by Vincent Price. And Vincent Price is perhaps an even bigger legend than Shelley Winters. I mean, look, it's not a competition, but he is also a friggin' legend, so I can't see myself hating him, though. Just like I can't see myself going to bed tonight without recognizing to Bitbo that The Burbs is the best of all time. And shout out to that Mindgraves heavy hitter I mentioned earlier, because old Rummy himself was with the Barker gang in Bloody Mama.
Listen up, mister.
I'm not a barker!
So in honor of Rummy and Joe Dante's mentor, Roger Corman, be sure to recognize to Bitbo tonight, all right? To Bitbo.